Time once again for To Your Finances. Financial expert Mike Tryon from Tryon Investments joins us every Thursday to answer your questions on money. And we are continuing our series about kids and money. Last week we had quite a few, so let's go through the first few that we had, starting with 1-year-olds. You said teach them to share with others. 2-year-olds, teach them to entertain themselves. 3-year-olds, teach them to accept no as an answer. 4-year-olds, teach them that hand-me-downs are acceptable. And that brings us to today, which is 5-year-olds. You're continuing with this one. It says teach them patience.
Exactly. If they learn patience early in life, they're more apt when they get older not to buy things that they don't need or overpay for things that they do need.
It's a good age to do that.
Good trait to learn.
Especially when they're starting in school, usually at that age, and they're having to interact maybe with other kids for the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. All right, number 6, 6-year-olds teach them to lose gracefully. What does that mean?
Well, we're always going to lose. That's something, sometime, somewhere. My suggestion is if you learn how to lose gracefully, they'll actually get more pride and they'll learn how to win, and it will enhance their drive, their focus, and their perseverance later in life, as long as they learn how to gracefully lose, because they're not always going to win.
Just like the stock market. You can't win every time,
Not
right?
every day.
All right. 7-year-olds teach them to cook. This is interesting.
Absolutely. I believe vehemently in this. I would start out, take them to the grocery store, let them understand why you pick certain things. So start with the grocery store, move into teaching them how to safely cook, and then it will help them later on in life. They're less likely. They'll see the benefits of not going out to eat, going in, buying convenience food or snacks, or going to fast food restaurants, and it will just help them throughout life if they get that discipline down and really learn how to cook.
And do you think that during the store, too, you talk about, what you pay and the price of things makes a difference? I love that. All right, you said 8-year-olds teach them to appreciate a job well done. This is an interesting one.
Yes, and this goes back to my 8-year-old days, so I like to be patted on the back.
We'll do that.
Yes, thank you. No, basically, I would recommend always praise people, let them know a good job that they did. And 8-year-olds, it might be just picking up their clothes, it might be cleaning their room, doing a little bit of homework, and so on. It's just going to give them more pride at the end of the day, and it's going to also teach them the importance of doing a good job and carrying things all the way through, and financially it's going to help them later on in life.
I love that. We're going to wrap up today with the 9-year-olds. Teach them to be generous with the less fortunate. This is a big important lesson.
It's not just good to do it, but it also teaches them that there's others that have things worse off than they do. They're going to get to a point someday in their life financially that they might be challenged, and it will help them migrate through that challenge, knowing that there's others that might not be as fortunate as them, and it will put themselves in the position that those people were in, and it will help them get through that financial distraught stage, if you would.
Great stuff. Now, next week we're going to wrap the series up. We're going to go into the dreaded teenage years, but Mike's got some good advice for those, so you have to stay tuned. So thanks so much for these so far.
Yeah.